morning. We're going to go ahead on and get started because we're on a tight time schedule, so we just want to go and get started. And first off, I want to thank everyone for coming out this morning. It's really great to see you guys here and to have your support in this kickoff for our wellness program. We're very excited about what we got going on. We're very excited about just the things that are going to be happening in 2018. So we just want to thank you first off for coming. Again, sign in, get your wristband, get your raffle ticket. I know you're wondering where you get this great shirt that I have on. We have these upstairs. So when you come upstairs, you'll be able to pick up a t-shirt. If you've already signed in for C-Help, if you haven't signed in for C-Help, then you have to register for C-Help in order to get this wonderful shirt that I'm wearing, okay? Thank you so much again. We're very excited for our wellness initiative, which is City on the Move, because we want to all be moving this year and getting healthier. When we thought about this, trying to put this program together, it was just, a labor of love, trying to put everything in place, trying to make sure that we're touching every aspect. We know that diabetes is a big problem here in the state of Arkansas, so we're really trying to hit that hard, as well as high blood pressure and everything that comes along with that. So we're really trying to hit those things hard, making sure that everyone is aware. So when you see the flyers going out, if you get a chance, talk to your manager, talk to your director of your department, or whoever you report to, and just say, hey, I want to be a part of that. Because we can put together all the programs in the world, but if we don't have you coming out, we can't disseminate the information. So we're asking you to support this by coming, supporting what we're trying to do in order to make ourselves healthier, as well as the city of Little Rock as a whole. So thank you so much. We have a great lineup today. We have Becky Comet. We're very excited to have Becky, and I'm sure you guys saw it on the flyer. Becky is here this morning. She's gracing us with her presence, just for coming out and just supporting this initiative. So we were very grateful. I'm just going to give you a quick bio about Becky. Becky is originally from Belleville, Illinois, where she graduated from high school in 1978. She earned a degree in the elementary and special education in 1981. Well, that's what you wrote on your bio, Becky. I'm reading what she gave me. That's all I'm doing, reading what she gave me. And I thought about that, I was like, 1978, maybe I shouldn't say that, but you wrote it, so I'm just reading. From Eastern Illinois University, Becky moved to Arkansas in 1982 to start her teaching career. She met J.C. Comet while they were both teaching at Fuller High School. J.C. and Becky got married in 1983, have 4 beautiful children. Becky taught special education for students as well as 7th grade math for 28 years. She taught Arkansas children in Little Rock, Blytheville, Goldsnell, Benton, finishing her teaching career in Benton Middle School. In 2011, Becky earned a spot in the Final 4 of season 12 edition of NBC show The Biggest Loser. She was through this opportunity, she lost 88 pounds and learned how to live a healthy lifestyle. Becky and her husband reside in Benton, where they continue to strive to live healthy and teach others to do the same. At the end of 2011-2012 school year, Becky was presented with an opportunity for a new career path with the Association of Arkansas Counties. She decided to take this path and effort to, among other things, champion change in education as well as health and fitness. Without further ado, I want to introduce to you Becky Comet.
I'm really okay with the whole, yes, when I graduated, and yes, I am that old. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. First of all, let me just ask you, how many of you actually have seen, not necessarily my season, but have seen the show The Biggest Loser? Okay, good. I don't have to explain how that all works. Some people have never seen it because it hasn't been on for the last couple years, so that's all good. To give you a little frame of reference, I was on the only season that Anna Kournikova was on, and it was Dolvette's first season. So that kind of gives you, and yes, Dolvette is really nice to work with. Ladies, you know where I'm at with that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I got on the show, and because most people want to know a little more about the show, especially with some of the press that we've gotten lately. And then I'm going to tell you, it's actually been 6 years. You can tell from the bio, it's been 6 years since I was on the show. So I'm going to tell you a few things that I have learned since I've been on the show and since I've been home that have helped me maintain my health and fitness and my weight since I was on the show and since I lost the 88 pounds. first of all, as far as getting on the show, it was totally, I hope I don't offend anybody, but it was totally a God thing. There's no way that it could have happened any other way, because here's what happened. My family was one of those families that watched the show forever, okay? We watched the show from the beginning. We were those folks that sat on the couch with our bowl of ice cream and dipping that ice cream. I can't believe that they're crying on that treadmill. Why don't they hush? They just need honey, could you get me some more chips? Bring them. Yeah, that was our family. That's what we did. And so we would laugh from time to time and say, we should do that. Yeah, that was it, And at one point, my son, and I'm hoping he makes it, I don't know, he had a little situation this morning, but my son said, Mom, we should look into doing that. And parents, when that tone of voice is just a little different, and you go, oh, he's serious. He's real serious. Now, he struggled with his weight. He was bullied because of his weight. He had a struggle, and I take some responsibility for that, being the mom. Okay, I wasn't the best example in the world, so that was one reason when he said that, I was like, okay, it's time for me to step up. It's time for me to step up and be a better example for my children. And I have, like the bio said, I have 4 children. So there's a couple of ways to get on the show. One is they have casting calls at various different places across the country. Well, we were so late in the process for the season that we were auditioning for that we had missed all of those. So the second way is to submit a video. So we literally threw together a video. I overnighted it on a Thursday because it was due on Friday, and we got a phone call on Monday. I know, right? I mean, that doesn't happen. There were thousands and thousands of people that auditioned. So anyway, so we went through they emailed and we talked back and forth and this and that and submit another video. We want to see this and that and emails and fill this out and all that. And at one point, my son was in college at the time. At one point, I got an email that he didn't. Now, I kind of knew something was up, but I played stupid because I thought it was going to be another partner season. They had done a lot of partner seasons. They hadn't done a single season in quite a while. So I just kind of assumed that it was going to be a partner season. So I emailed them back like a good mom and said, since my son's my partner, would you like me to forward this email to him? And the response was, no, we're considering you as a single. Okay, moms, you know what I'm saying. You could have just ripped my heart out. I mean, that was a tough pill to swallow. So I struggled and I cried and everything else. Talked to my son in tears and told him what had happened. And he was very gracious, very mature, very proud of him because he said, Mom, if they want you, you need to go. Staying behind because of me is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Well, okay. It's time for me to step up. So I did. Process went on. I got chosen. I know that The Biggest Loser has gotten some bad press. You've probably seen it on Facebook and magazine articles and this and that. And I really can't, the people that are saying the bad things weren't on my season. And I can't speak to what happened their season. I can only speak to what happened my season, and I can only speak to my experience. And I will tell you, it was the best thing I ever did. It was the hardest thing I ever did, but it was the best thing I ever did. Okay, they never starved me. They never asked me to take anything questionable. Okay, they never did any of that. In fact, they were so adamant about us eating enough because it's a game show. Let's just be honest. It's a game show, and there's money in the end. And when there's money in the end, there are people that are going to do whatever they need to do to win the money. Okay? That wasn't my mindset, but that's where they were. And so they actually had people sit and watch us eat to make sure that we were eating everything that we had written down, because we had to write down everything that we ate so they would know what we were eating. They watched us eat to make sure that we ate. So they didn't starve us. Okay, not my season. They didn't start us. A lot of people ask, am I still friends with the people I was on the show with? I had a great season. I had wonderful folks. Yes, we're all still in touch. Let's see, 2 folks that I was on the show with, I don't know if you remember Jessica and Ramon, they're getting married in April, so I'll be flying out to Pittsburgh for their wedding. Antone Davis is a dear friend of mine. He was on my team. He played, for those of you that might remember him, he played at University of Tennessee, and I'll forgive him for that one of these days. Let me tell you something, there were 3 people from Tennessee on my season, and if I heard Rocky Top one more time, somebody was gonna be in trouble. It was, oh my gosh, they were ridiculous. But anyway, they were very sweet. And Antone was the Vol for Life coach at Tennessee for a while. He played for the Eagles and the Falcons. He played professional ball. So he's about this tall. And like I said, dear friend, we all stay in touch. We all, still talk and all that stuff. So it's good. It was a great experience. Okay, so I am super excited to be here and visit with you because health and fitness has become a passion of mine. One reason I can say that is because, I never really knew how bad I felt until I lost the weight. I just thought, I was 51 when I started the show. And I just thought the fatigue and, sounding like a Hoover vacuum cleaner when I walked up the stairs, I just thought that was all part of the aging process. I thought that's what happened to people as they got older and in their 50s, right? And after I lost weight, I figured out that wasn't the case. I had so much more energy. I felt so much better. It was amazing. And so now I want people to feel good. I just want them to feel physically good. Okay? I want them to feel as good as I did. Now, as I think about, things that have helped me stay on track and stay fit and keep the weight off and that kind of thing, there's a few things that come to mind. The first thing that comes to mind is you have to have a reason why. You have to have a reason why. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody knows that, being overweight is hard on your hips and knees and back and ankles and all that stuff, and all that fat presses on your internal organs, and there's a chance of diabetes and there's a chance of heart disease and but what I realized was the weight comes on so slow for the most part for most people, unless you have to take some kind of medication that makes you, blow up and swell up and that kind of thing, and I know that happens. But for the most part, the weight comes on very slowly, so you don't notice those things. And frankly, they're not that important. Oh, I'll be okay. It'll be all right. I can make it. But I actually have let me back up. I'm hoping my son walks through that door pretty soon. If he doesn't, he has a completely different perspective. Because yes, he did not go on the show with me, but in the last couple of years, he's gone on his own health journey, and he has lost 150 pounds. Looks great, doing fabulous. He has a different perspective than I do. For me, at my age, I kind of see my longevity a little bit more than he does. I see down the road, and I know what my family health history is. I have terrible family health history. Of the 4 people that are in my immediate family, mom, dad, my brother, and me, okay? I'm the only one that doesn't have diabetes. I'm the only one that's not on cholesterol medicine. I'm the only one that's not on high blood pressure medicine. My only brother, had a heart attack, a mild one albeit, but a heart attack at 45, and has a stent. And I read recently that if your siblings have a heart attack or some kind of, heart issue, it's actually more telling for you than it is if your parents do. Okay, so yeah, I don't have really great history. So at my age, I'm kind of thinking, okay, I need to take care of business, and I need to stay fit and healthy. Okay, diabetes is a huge issue in Arkansas. We know that. Okay, so is heart disease. There's a lot of things here that are a big deal, and honestly, getting active, moving, and I'm not talking being crazy about your exercise. I'm just talking about moving a little bit, not sitting quite so much, and making some really easy changes in your diet can make a huge difference. Make a huge difference. Now, do I still have the predisposition for all of those conditions? Is that still in my genetics? Absolutely. Is it going to happen someday? I don't know. I can't predict that. Only God knows that. But I'm going to do whatever I can to outrun those genetics that I have. Okay? I'm going to work hard because I have a husband that I've been married to for 34 years, and I'm looking forward to retiring with him and being able to travel and do things and not sound like a vacuum cleaner when I go up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit in a rocker on the porch because that's the only thing I can do. I have 2 beautiful granddaughters. I love to keep up with them. I love to run around and play with them. Let me just tell you, back to reasons why. Bonnie, that I was on the show with, was, I believe, if I remember correctly, 63 when we started. My season was the Battle of the Ages, just to let you know. And one of these days I'll get over the fact that I was on the senior team. That's my issue. I'll deal with it, okay? I'll talk to Terry for a while and it'll be okay. We'll work this out. But anyway, so Bonnie was on my team, and let me just say this, I was the youngest on the senior team. I do have some comfort in that. But anyway, Bonnie was 63. Her reason why she wanted to lose weight, she wanted to be able to get down on the floor and play with her grandkids and get back up again without doing that big roll around thing, that you have to do to get, you know what I'm saying? We've all done it. I have too. I've had trouble tying my shoes. I've done all that stuff, okay? So I know how that feels. So that was Bonnie's why, and that was enough to fuel her, okay? Mine is outrunning my genetics, spending quality time with my husband and doing things, and enjoying my grandkids and being active with them. The thing that I've learned is your why has to be bigger than your excuses. I can give you all the excuses in the world why I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock and do a little workout. And I'm not talking crazy, just a little workout in the morning to do a little activity. I can give you all the reasons in the world why that bed feels so good in the morning. When it's raining outside or it's a little bit chilly and you're all snuggled in there, and who wants to get out of bed? And then I have to stop and think, nope, I want to be able to do stuff. I got to get up, okay? Your reason why has to be bigger than your excuses. Another thing that's really helped me is, now I know you guys are doing this program. How long does the program last? How long is the program going to last?
It's for the whole year.
For the whole year, okay. So the program's for the whole year, okay. One of the best questions they asked us on the show, our finale was December 13th. One of the best questions they asked us was, what are you going to do December 14th? Okay. Because if I go back to doing what I did before, then I'm probably going to wind up where I was, okay? You've got this great program that these folks have worked very hard to set out for you, okay? All kinds of great plans. What are you going to do when the program's over? Think ahead. This does not need to be something that ends, okay? Stop dieting. In our minds, we have this connotation that dieting is this restricted way of eating that at some point will end. No. Stop dieting, because you got to make it a lifestyle. Don't make it so restrictive that you can't do it, okay? That you can't consistently keep up with it. Does that mean that I don't ever have a piece of pizza anymore? No. Does that mean I don't get my frozen yogurt that I really enjoy? No, not at all. I just don't eat the whole pizza when it comes. I don't like get the giant cup of frozen yogurt and put all kinds of stuff on top of it anymore, okay? I scale back just a little bit. Now, my son will tell you that his perspective was a little different. Now, I kind of got thrown into this diet thing. I got thrown into the deep end with The Biggest Loser. I mean, it was cold turkey, cut it off, right? Okay. He started his journey, and we talked about this just yesterday. He started his journey by doing the little things. When he went to Wendy's, instead of getting the giant 3-patty Baconator with the, biggest fries he could get and a large Coke, he got a regular sized burger and a small fry. Now that may not sound like much, but it's the little things. If that's where you need to start, you have to start where you are. If that's where you need to start, then that's where you start. Okay? If that's all you can do for right now, then by golly, that's a great place to start. Okay? So think lifestyle, think long term, think I'm not going to diet anymore because I have to do this forever. This is the way I have to live forever. Okay? I'm not going to deprive myself. I'm going to enjoy life, but I'm going to be smarter about it. Okay? Along with that not dieting thing, because this is kind of the way it works, you need to get off the all or nothing bandwagon. I lived on that bandwagon for a long time. Here's what I mean. It's Monday. You have decided, I'm starting today. Today is the day. I am going to eat healthy. Yes, this is it. So you made your lunch and it's in the this is me. I make my lunch. It was in the refrigerator. Nice, healthy lunch. Now I have 4 children, okay, remember? And there was a time that just getting them all 4 out the door to go to school was an event. Quite an event. So, okay, I've decided I'm gonna do the right thing. I get up, the world blows up, nobody's ready when they're supposed to be. I'm dragging kids out the door. I didn't get the breakfast that I wanted. I forgot my lunch in the refrigerator. Well, darn. And lo and behold, when I got to school, some wonderful person had put dozens of donuts in the lounge. Yeah. So because I'm starving, and because also I'm a bit aggravated with my children, I grab 3 donuts and enjoy my emotional distress, okay? And then I feel bad. I'm like, oh, well, I've messed up the whole day, so I may as well just eat whatever I want. I'm just gonna bust out today because tomorrow is when I'm gonna start. Yeah, you all know, tomorrow never comes. It just doesn't. It just doesn't, because something happens every day. Life happens. Life gets in the way. You just have to make a decision of how you're going to handle it, okay? You just have to make a decision. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to plan ahead, and I'm going to make this happen. This is going to work, okay? So stop dieting and get off the all or nothing bandwagon. Let me think, what else was I going to say? Oh, another thing is, and I talk a lot about food, because food is about, from what they told us on The Biggest Loser and what I've kind of learned since then, it's about 80% of the battle. Exercise, we can make that happen, okay? Now again, it's hard to get out the door sometimes and go work out. I get that, okay? But the food part's about 80% of the battle, okay? So you have to get control. You have to do some things to get the control of the food instead of the food controlling you. One thing that I do, and I still do it today, and they started me on this path on the show, is I journal. I do a food journal. I keep track of everything that I eat. Y'all, when you have to write down everything that you eat, or keep track of it on your phone or whatever, I'll talk about that in a minute. When you have to write down everything that goes in your mouth, because that's what we had to do on the show, oh my, you don't necessarily want to see all that stuff on paper. So it helps you get control and be more mindful when you eat. I can tell you it was very easy for me in the past to grab a bag of chips and sit down on the couch, and before I knew it, the whole bag was gone. The whole bag was gone. because I was mindlessly just shoving them in, okay? So be more mindful, get control of the food. There are all kinds of ways to keep track of food now. I mean, MyFitnessPal is what I use now. I just put it all on my phone and it's there. Has all the nutritional information, has the calories, la la la. It's really super, super easy, and it's just right there for me, okay? So that's what I do now. But on the show, we had to literally handwrite it because, y'all, here's a little tidbit about the show. When they said no communication and, you know, we were kind of cut off, yes, we really were. No food, no phone, no TV, no internet. I moved in on the ranch on June 1st, and I didn't come home until September 10th. No phone, no TV, no internet. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Think about it for just a minute. Think about that. That's crazy. So when I say we wrote down our food, we wrote down everything. We had a book. We looked up calories. We looked up nutrition information. I mean, it was old school. It was old school, write it down. And then literally we had to turn it into them so they could, you know, look at it and make sure that we were doing right and that kind of thing. But anyway, so on your phone is so much easier. Let me tell you, it's so much easier if you have it on your phone. Is there anything, let me throw this out, because I want to make sure that I kind of hit some of the questions you have. You guys are heading into this great program. Is there any questions that you have for me? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Did you write down everything you put in your mouth?
Yes. She said, did I write down everything? Everything on the show, everything. And I still try to do that now just to stay in control. If I put it in my mouth, I journal. It goes in my MyFitnessPal now. Yeah, I do. And it, like I said, it helps me. There's been a couple times in the last 6 years that I've gone like a week without doing anything in MyFitnessPal, and I can tell a difference because I kind of slip back into some of those old habits where I'm just mindlessly eating. So I got to get back on track. So that's just something that works for me. Anybody else?
Based on your experience with the show, what would you recommend a minimum working out, daily?
Well, I'll tell you what I did on the show, and I will tell you that you can't recreate that at home. Because, now we didn't start this way because we had to kind of get in shape. But before I left in September, honest to goodness, of course, like I said, no phone, no TV, internet, nothing like that. So there really wasn't anything else to do. We were literally working out 8 to 10 hours a day. People can't recreate that at home. I mean, there's just no way. Now, for a normal lifestyle, I try to do 30-minute, at least 30 minutes 5 times a week. That's what I do, okay? Now, I know that sometimes it's like I cannot carve 30 minutes out of my day. I know people think, oh, I got to work out an hour, I got to work out hours on end. Yeah, an hour would be better, okay? You're going to burn more calories, that'd be great. But if 30 minutes is what you can get in, that's awesome, okay? But here's the thing. Here's something that I try to do too, is if I know what my schedule is for the day and I know it's going to be one of those kind of crazy days, I'll break up the exercise. Is it better to get a longer period of time? Absolutely. But as long as you're moving, Dolvet would say, if you're moving, you're losing, okay? So if I get up and if my goal, let's say, is to do 60 minutes, okay? If I get up and do 20 minutes of something in the morning, okay? I try to walk at lunchtime, and it's Arkansas, it depends on the weather. If it's like 104 degrees, I'm probably not going to walk outside. So I try to walk around in my office, okay? Just kind of do a loop and up and down the stairs and around, that kind of thing. Some kind of 20 minutes during my lunchtime. Now, if my goal was 60 minutes, I've already done 40 minutes. I did 20 minutes in the morning, I did 20 minutes at noon. I only got 20 more minutes. I can do that, okay? So it's kind of playing those mind games sometimes to make it happen, okay? If you have to break it up, break it up. Okay, that works well for me. Anybody else? Somebody's gonna bust out. Okay, how am I doing on time? Am I done? Am I good? Okay. Well, I am super excited for you guys. This is going to be a great program. Please take advantage of it. Please take full advantage of it. All the things that they have planned for you, jump on it because you'll feel so much better. Trust me, you'll feel so much better. Okay? Have a great program. I'm excited for you. Oh, look, it's all healthy stuff too. I have had people give me baskets of like candy.
No,
But that's okay.
Not here.
No, not here. I'm excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's give her another hand, please. We want to thank Becky for taking her time out, and that's just a small token. So we appreciate you sharing your story and just letting us know how your journey has been. And we can still see that you're keeping it off. So that's the biggest thing. You know, losing is one thing, but keeping it off, that's a whole different thing. So we thank you so much for that. We do have our vendors here. And I left my list. We do have our vendors here. We just want to recognize, because what we're going to do, this is just the beginning of our little program today. Once we all have sat here and we listen to Becky, we're going to recognize our vendors, and we're going to go upstairs. We're going to take the move. The City on the Move is going to be moving upstairs. Upstairs, you're going to see all the things that we have planned for you. We have some vendors up there. We have the Southwest EAP, Healthy Southwest EAP, Terry. We have Healthy Chew. They're over here in the corner. We have St. Vincent's, just over here. We have Clean Eatery. Oh, she's back here, I'm looking around. We have Healing Hearts. And we also have our very own Jim Daly. Oh, I'm sorry. We also have Enriched. We have Enriched Massage. Okay. So again, we have some great things planned. So at this time, I'm just going to have Rachel Aaron come because she's really worked hard and put this program together. I'm going to have her come and just say a few words to get us all motivated. And then we're going to take our move up the stairs and see all the great things we have planned. All the great things we have planned.
Prepare an Easter speech for this. So I'm so glad that everybody came out to support this. Thank you, Becky, for coming. I did call her, I called Terry, and I said, Terry, where's that lady that you told me about? And I was like, I need her. And so I'm so glad that she accepted and said that she would come and speak and to get the city on the move, actually moving and going into the right direction as far as healthy-wise. So as Robin said, I don't want to hold you guys up because we are on a short time frame. Okay. All right. So one of the other things just to touch base on, make sure that everybody is signing up for C-Help, the program that we have before you start tracking your fitness. We do have where you can earn points as far as we have 2 prize points where one you can earn prizes. There will have different things that out there. The more things where you can track your fitness, the webinars, events like this, you'll earn points in a point bank for that. And then you also earn points toward a leave balance. And I know you guys will be excited about that because you can earn up to 3 days off if you have been out there to look at that. So please make sure that you do sign up for C-Help. If you do sign up by January the 31st, you can earn an additional 50 points. And we also have upstairs when you go up, if you sign up for C-Help, that you can get one of these t-shirts. We also have water bottles too. So please make sure that you are logging on to sign up for C-Help. And then also, like I said, we are on a short time frame, so I really want to get the city on the move. So if you can, all stand up right now and let's get up and move upstairs.